What's going on is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. The Millionaire Morning Show today was a completely different type of show in which we always talk about the stuff that's going on across America, but it's almost like it's a crime wave, like it's a spirit in the air that's really affecting what's going on in society and in the culture, and it's absolutely insane. Yesterday, not even a day, yesterday I did a story of a lawyer, and he wound up being a father of the son that he was representing. And a lot of you guys may be familiar with this. I believe it's over in the Vegas area. But there was a lawyer, and he's the father. His son is getting a divorce, or his son was getting a divorce, or have getting a divorce. I'm sorry. Let me revise that. The son got a divorce. The son is going through a custody battle. His ex-wife is married, or was married because she's no longer here with us. The son's ex-wife was married to the father's former partner in the law firm. So the father is a lawyer. The son got divorced from the ex-wife. After the son got divorced from the ex-wife married the father's former law partner, and then he was representing her in a custody battle with the son's kids. The father wound up killing both the ex-partner and the ex-wife of his son, and then took his own life. Today, I did a story of a woman that, for whatever reason, in Georgia, and a lot of you may be familiar with this story also, stabbed her live-in boyfriend, killed him, took her kids, an 8-month-old and a 9-year-old. Now she was a baby mama. I'm not gonna say single baby mama because she had a live-in boyfriend. She was a baby mama. So the 9-year-old's father is out of state, works out of state, lives out of state. She kills the live-in boyfriend, takes the kids, jump in the car, goes on the freeway, throw the kids out the car. The 8-month-old baby gets ran over by a car. The 9-year-old runs over to safety with minor injuries. And then she drives 100 miles an hour into a tree and kills herself. These are not made up stories. These are at the top of the news for those of you that only see certain things inside of y'all algorithm. These are at the top of the news, and these are some of the stories that we cover in quick hits and in certain segments on the Millionaire Morning Show every day. Why am I telling you this? Because along with all of the other horrible advice, this 4B movement that women all of a sudden, especially black women, are starting to embrace, that I did some research on, and I wound up figuring out that even women in South Korea don't even embrace that mindset. And it's a very, very tiny part of the population that basically turn into female versions of incels that then say, I'm swearing myself off from men. And then you got women over here in America saying that they are now going to adopt these exact same philosophies and policies. And then on top of that, you have so many different people continuing to go down this same pathway of having children out of wedlock, putting money over morals and values and principles, can't vet for who it is that they're supposed to be with, and don't understand what it means to be successfully married if you decide that you want to have kids. If you don't have kids, everybody is busting everybody down. Nobody's wearing a rubber. We already know about the content creator that allegedly is busting a chick down with no rubber, marrying a chick or having conversations about being in a long-term relationship with a chick from China. She over there finessing. Everybody only want to hold him accountable. Nobody is holding a woman accountable. And I honestly believe in my heart, because it's the only logical explanation, is that there's this spirit. It's almost like an evil, demonic spirit. And I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that it isn't. I'm just telling you what my sentiment is based off of what I'm seeing happening every single day out in the streets, in the news, so on and so forth. It's like it's this spirit of rebelliousness against doing the right thing, which ultimately leads into the thing that we call a trash culture in general. And then we know that distractions are coming, right? What's one of the biggest distractions? I talked about it on the Millionaire Morning Show. It's a dude that basically in Chicago was shot 96 times, and it happens every election cycle. Every election cycle on the even years, it happens every single time. Shot 96 times by cops. Now the conversation is justice for whoever, I think his name was Dexter Reed. And now they having conversations about things that's not even relevant to your life when it comes to the things that you should be looking at as far as making sure that you hold yourself accountable, do the research, looking at the policies that you're supposed to be voting for, and then making sure you're doing the thing that's in the best interest of your kids and your daughters and your sons. But every single day, along with the entertainment, and that's why I got to entertain you and then put the medicine aside of the candy, somewhere along the line, somebody got to have a real conversation. People, a lot of times I see them in my comments on other platforms. After Hours, which is dedicated to talking about off-the-cuff conversations, especially with regard to the culture. The Anton Daniels channel, which we talk about a lot of things related to life and relationships and so on and so forth. But then the Millionaire Morning Show talks about everything related to money, politics, news, and how it comes back down to the money and how it is that we need to be operating throughout our lives. I see people on the other platforms outside of the Millionaire Morning Show, and they say, Anton, I want to get to the more serious stuff. Well, tune into the Millionaire Morning Show. Tune into the platform that's solely dedicated in a live stream Monday through Friday, every Monday through Friday, to giving you the things that's important and what's going on here in this community. And I'm not telling you that you need to adopt my mindset towards everything. If you're a liberal, you're a liberal. If you're, conservative, then you're a conservative. But we need to become more informed of what's happening out here and then do our research so we can make more informed decisions that's best for us and our families. Otherwise, we're subjecting ourselves to a narrative and we're just continuing to adopt these talking points of a bunch of people that don't have our best interests at heart. And more importantly, and this is just my own personal advice, you can take it for what it's worth or not, we got to turn back to God. I'm telling you. We don't have any moral compass, ethics, principles, ways in which we live by. Everybody is just out to get everybody. And even the conversations that we having, they're not even about building. Even if you want to say something is wrong or something is right, at the end of the day, if you dedicate 90% of your conversation of what's wrong, and you don't even dedicate the 10% of the rest of the conversation into how you solution for it, then you off. One of the conversations that I'm going to have tonight on the Anton Daniels channel is based in application. I had a guy that called into my platform last night on After Hours, and we had a conversation, and it seems like we've become so rigid in our thinking and we've become so steadfast in our ways that we don't even know the application. How do we apply some of these very lessons that we learn? And it can be applicable to anything. It could be finances, it could be relationships, it could be business, it could be politics. It's application, right? How do we discern? How do we know? How do we vet, right? It's more to it when you're dealing with humans, because humans are fluid. Humans are different. We walk past monsters every single day. Every single day you on the street and you walk past somebody that's going to do something bad tomorrow or already did something bad yesterday, and they just haven't been caught yet. Money, migrant crisis, relationships, having children out of wedlock, homelessness, all of this stuff. I think that it's going to get worse before it gets better. I think that it's going to get worse before it gets better, and we got to gird up. And the good people and the people that actually know what they're talking about and the people that want to do some awesome things are going to have to gird up and get ready for war. And when I say war, I'm not talking about doing nothing negative to nobody, but I'm talking about warring against principalities, bad spirits, bad advice, bad information, people that don't know what they're talking about, but everybody that got the microphone, we got to war up. We got to gird up and we got to prepare ourselves, because it's not that you're going to change the culture, but we got to pluck out and make sure that we there for the people that actually is trying to do the things that's best for them. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And this is just me getting my thoughts off right now. I had some other stuff that I want to talk about, but we're going to get into that on the live stream tonight on this channel, and we're going to see what's popping. Again, I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you guys is ready, and I hope you're paying attention to what's going on and getting yourself ready, because Again, I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. And for some of us, it's going to be great. But for the rest of us, it's going to be the gnashing of teeth. I'm going to holler at y'all later. See y'all tonight.